because we're here, I was thinking about our first date, so the taco. The taco memory on our first date when you, I don't know why this was so touching.
Really touching.
Don't laugh. I don't know why it's so touching, but you split your taco in half and gave me half of your taco. I really appreciate. Food is very important to me, and also just like I do in past relationships, I felt like I've put in a lot and given a lot. So like,
Half
just
a taco feels
half a taco felt like this is a good sign that
Oh,
she's willing to give a
baby.
little back.
Okay.
You know. Still, it's a good memory. This is cute. If I lost all my memory, what would you tell me about us?
Well, first I'm like, that'd be terrible if you lost the memories. Wow. Okay. So I'd say that we've been dating for 9 months and that we met initially on Hinge. I was just about ready to delete the app, but didn't. And that we matched over simple pleasures, went out on a lovely first date. And since then, we've been connecting over those simple pleasures, spending a lot of time with your family, that you moved in. That I'd be like, hey, we live in a little studio apartment together. Yeah, and that we have a lot to continue to look forward to in terms of our connection.
When do you see me most vulnerable, and what did it teach you about loving me?
You're pretty confident. Very sure of yourself and what you want. When I can think about times that you did feel vulnerable, it was when we first met, and it was regarding your chest and top surgery.
Yeah.
And I just remember you telling me about previous partners and felt like your body was tolerated versus appreciated or loved. And you did let me know that I helped a little bit
A lot
with
of
that,
it. A lot
and
of
your
it.
confidence in yourself and your body. And yeah, I haven't really felt that vulnerability or anything like that in you in a while. But if I had to think about one thing, it would have been regarding, your chest and feeling like I don't know if it was that you would never be loved or appreciated, or like, well, this is what I'm gonna get. I'm never gonna have a partner really love my body. And at some point, you kind of thought you would have to just kind of make do or deal with.
Yeah, I really was at the point of being like, I just don't think I'm gonna get that out of life. Somebody that loves me without boobs, with big top surgery scars. Yeah, and you're right. I was very hesitant to show them to you, and I'm very glad that I did, because your reaction was very similar to my friends' reactions. And all my other cis male partners had been more shocked, more like, I guess I can deal with this. To have somebody who not only has had top surgery himself, but also is extremely queer, that felt like a very nice homecoming. And yeah, when you do stuff like rub scar cream into them, I'm so grateful that I have a partner that can love me in that way. I really did not think I would have anybody that would be down for that.
And here I came.
And here you came.
Thank you, Hinge. This is another like toughie.
Hit me with that.
I'm glad you have to answer this question.
Okay.
What is the pain in me that you wish you could heal, and why?
Wow.
We haven't used a pass card yet, but that's up to you.
I mean, if I had a magic wand to heal pain in you, I would do that in a second. So,
But which one?
yeah.
What pain?
I'm thinking about how you shared that pretty much just right before we met, you kind of thought that you might never get to be a father. You want to say something about that, or you want me to keep going?
You can keep going.
And I would say, like, the number one thing that I feel like you were put on this earth to be is a dad.
Sweet baby.
And to just know that you would, I was going to say, like, resigned yourself to just being an uncle. I don't want to phrase it in terms of, like, that role not being important, but, like, just to even think that there had been a little while where there had been that, like, little death inside you of being like, I don't know if I get to be a dad again, because you were a stepdad for 6 years. So, like, you did get to experience that.
I wouldn't have thought of that, but that is something that I've carried for a while. And although I do get to be a father again, thanks to you soon, eventually working on it, I've told you this, but it does make me a little sad that I can't have biological children. Which, you know, it's who I am, and it would have been very difficult and very expensive to do had I not had the full hysterectomy, but I made that decision knowing, like, this is literally it. There's no way. But that was for my mental health.
Yeah.
And I don't regret that decision. I had to do that for me, but I did, and then losing, as you know, a stepdaughter to a relationship that didn't last. That was really hard as well. Yeah, I wasn't thinking that when I read this card, but you're very sweet. I love you, babe. Oh, well, you may know this. What do you think is next for our relationship, and why?
I feel like we both do a lot of just, like, enjoying whatever's in front of us, and then also kind of thinking about what we might want for the future. And little Nico, our kid, is high on that list. Yeah, and with me being 32, me being 34, you being 32, I feel both excited to have a kid with you and a little bit of the, like, time pressure of, like, how are we going to work out sperm donor, get me pregnant, will it take, all that sort of stuff. But it's been super fun to think about and talk about. So I feel like kid on the horizon, hopefully soon.
Yes, it's on my personal, well, it will be for the new year coming up on my, like, personal goals list. It's like, all right, let's take these steps. What do we have to do to get there to get you pregnant?
Wow.
Yeah, I knew that was the answer.
You did? Okay.
Yeah.
What do you feel our relationship is gifting us?
I think the happiness that we deserve. I know in my, not that every relationship has been horrible, but they were hard. I've been, like, miserable at times and felt very low and like this is gonna be my life. And from what I've learned from you, you've had similar situations where you gave a lot and it wasn't necessarily reciprocated. So I feel like the gift that we're giving each other is a partner who loves them, cares, holds space, but does the work, And I think my friends can see it in me, and your friends and family can see it in you, that we're very happy. And I don't know, it's beautiful to see how everyone rallies around us and just like pumping us up and cheering us on. Like, I'm pretty sure when you first met my family, they were all like, Osh is a great guy, you know. They were happy for me to have met you and found you.
Yeah.
So I do think that we give each other that gift.
That was well summarized.
Thank you.
Hey, if you were watching that video and you're like, wow, I really want to ask some of those questions to my partner, we have the And Couples Edition. It's on theskindeep.com/shop.